Nicole was walking around the library until she remembered that she has to do something. She went to the humanities section since she was supposed to make a research about Aegean art. She looked for books. And more, and more, and more, which can help her learn about Aegean art. She tried to read some, until she fell asleep. While she was asleep, she dreamt about Dora. She imagined that she had an adventure with her. Suddenly,
Hi, do you want me to help you learn about Aegean art?
yeah, sure.
Come on!
If there's a place you gotta go, I'm the one you need to know. I'm the map. I'm the map, I'm the map. If there's a place you gotta get, I can get you there, I bet. I'm the map. I'm the map, 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 I'm the map!
Our first destination is the Miguel de Benavides Library. Here, you will have an overview on Aegean art with the help of my friends. Where are we going?
According to the map, our first destination is the library. Where is the library? Where? Good job! Hi! Can you help us learn about the history of Aegean art?
Yes, of course. Hi, can you help us too?
Sure. So, okay, let's start.
So, Aegean art is once upon a time at the southern Greece, at the height of the Bronze Age, three civilizations arose, namely Minoan, Cycladic, and Mycenaean. These civilizations inhabited the Aegean Sea. Aegean Sea was famous for trade during that time because of its location. It lies between the coasts of Greece and Asia Minor, which is known today as Turkey. It also contains over 2,000 islands, which were settled by the ancient Greeks. The first civilization is the Cycladic civilization. It is the civilization that developed between 2600 and 1100 BC. They inhabited the Cycladic Islands. But unfortunately, they only left a little trace of their existence. Minoan civilization. Minoan civilization is defined by lack of continuity and growth because it disappears and reappears due to different natural activities. Last is the Mycenaean civilization. Mycenaean civilization are the inhabitants of Mycenae descending from early Greek tribes. Now that we already know the civilizations, we can finally learn about their art. Since art has been a way to communicate beliefs and express ideas about the human experience throughout all stages of civilization and in every region of the world. Works of art provide important things and insights into past and existing cultures, helping us to understand how others have lived and what they value.
These are the Aegean art forms. First, architecture. Architecture is Cyclopean masonry, which is a type of stonework found in Mycenaean architecture. It describes walls built of huge unburnt limestone boulders which are fitted together. Next is, it excelled at the corbelled arch. It is in which the blocks of stone are gradually placed together as the building rises, forming an inverted. Second is painting. They use technique known as buon fresco or true fresco, which is the advantage of it from the other techniques is the durability, because a freshly applied layer of plaster easily adheres to a coat of paint. But this technique required quick brushwork and spontaneous execution. Last is sculpture. Minoans and Mycenaeans were particularly expert at carving in repoussé, a technique which is done by hammering or pressing the reverse side of a metal surface, be it a sheet of thin metal, gold, or bronze. In a sense, the art is being made in reverse, with the artist working on the back only. The literal meaning of it in French is to push back.
But of course, these civilizations and art forms wouldn't be discovered without the help of certain people.
And thanks to Heinrich Schliemann. He is an advocate of the historical reality places mentioned in the works of Homer, and an archaeological excavator of Hisarlik, a site of Troy, along with the Mycenaean sites, Mycenae and Dernis. And that's all.
Thank you, I learned so much about Aegean art.
We had a good time.
I had a good time too.
Bye-bye! Say bye to them, guys.
I'm the map!
Our next destination is the castle. Here, you will learn about the Minoan civilization and art.
We are now down to the last 10 steps.
Count with us!
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
We are now at the Botanical Garden.
I'm so excited to learn about Minoan art. Hey!
Hi! Can you help us learn about Minoan art?
Sure. My sister in the castle can help us too. Let's go! My sister.
Hi!
Minoan art is...
Minoan civilization is by far the richest as well as the strangest of the Aegean world. What sets it apart, not only from Egypt and the Near East but also from the classical civilization of Greece, is a lack of continuity that appears to have been caused by archaeological accidents as well as historical forces.
The different faces appear and disappear so abruptly that their fate must have been determined by sudden violent changes affecting the entire island. Yet the character of Minoan art, which is gay, even playful, and full of rhythmic notion, conveys no hint of such threats.
For the architecture of the Minoan art, the first of these unexpected shifts occurred about 2000 BCE. Until that time, during the 1,000 years of the early Minoan era, the Cretans had not advanced much beyond the Neolithic level of village life, even though they seem to have engaged in some overseas trade that brought them contact with Egypt. Then they created not only their own system of writing but an urban civilization as well, centering on several great palaces. At least 3 of them, at Knossos, Phaistos, and Malia, were built in short order. Little is left today of the sudden spread of large-scale building activity. The 3 early palaces were all destroyed at the same time, about 1700 BCE, demolished, it seems, by a catastrophic earthquake. After a short interval, new and even larger structures appeared on the same sites, only to suffer destruction, in their turn, by another earthquake about 1450 BCE. These were abandoned save for the palace at Knossos, which was occupied by the Mycenaeans, who took over the island almost immediately. Minoan civilization, therefore, has a complicated chronology. Archaeologists divide the period that concerns us into the Old Palace period, comprising Middle Minoan I and Middle Minoan II, which together lasted from 2000 BCE until about 1700 BCE. The New Palace period includes the Middle Minoan III and Late Minoan Ia, Late Minoan Ib. The new palaces are our main source of information on Minoan architecture. The one at Knossos, called the Palace of Minos, was the most ambitious, covering a large territory and composed of so many rooms that it survived in Greek legend as the labyrinth of the Minotaur. It has been carefully excavated and partly restored. Nevertheless, the numerous porticos, staircases, and air shafts must have been given the palace a pleasantly open, airy quality. Some of the interiors, with their richly decorated walls, retain their atmosphere of intimate elegance to this day. The masonry construction of Minoan palaces is excellent throughout, but the columns were always of wood.
Meanwhile, in sculpture, the religious life of Minoan Crete is even harder to define than the political or social order. It centered on certain sacred places, such as caves or groves, and its chief deity was female, akin to the mother and fertility goddesses we have encountered before. Since the Minoans had no temples, we are not surprised to find that they lack large cult statues as well. But even on a small scale, religious subjects in Minoan art are few in number and of uncertain significance. 2 statuettes of about 1600 BCE from Knossos must represent the goddess in one of her several identities. One of them shows her with 3 long snakes wound around her arms, body, and headdress. The meaning is clear. Snakes are associated with earth deities and male fertility in many ancient religions, just as the bared breast of our statuette suggests female fertility. The style of the statuette hints at a possible foreign source. The emphatically conical quality of the figure and the large eyes and heavy, arched eyebrows suggest a kinship, remote and indirect, perhaps through Asia Minor, with Mesopotamian art. Minoan civilization also featured a cult centering on bulls. One of them is shown tamed on a splendid rhydon, carved from serpentine stone with incised lines to indicate its shaggy fur, painted crystal eyes, and a shell-inlay muzzle, which create an astonishingly lifelike impression despite its small size.
Our third destination is the mushroom. Here, you will learn about the Cycladic civilization and their art. Which of these mushrooms have 2 girls that can help us learn about Cycladic art? Where? Good job!
Cycladic art is
Cycladic art includes the visual art of the ancient Cycladic civilization during 3200 to 1050 before Christ era. A group of islands in the southwestern Aegean is called Cyclades. These islands are rich in resources like iron ores, copper, lead ores, gold, silver, emery, obsidian, and marble, leading to assemblages of objects, mostly marble vessels and figurines. This art is divided into two different periods, Neolithic art and early Cycladic art. Neolithic art of the Cyclades includes pottery that is similar to that of the Crete and Greek. Early Cycladic art is divided into three periods. Early Cycladic 1, which includes three groups, Pelos, Pastrias, and Laurus. Usually, Pelos figurines follow schematic elements, which are very flat in profile and lacks a clearly defined head. One of the most known Pelos figurines are the violin-shaped figures. Plastiras figures are marked by exaggerated proportions, making it the most naturalistic among the three types. Plastera figures are carved with elongated necks, muscular legs, and angular upper bodies. The figures are typically small in size and are not able to stand on their own. Laurus figurines are combined with naturalistic and schematic elements. These figures have featureless face, elongated necks, simple bodies with attenuated shoulders that tend to extend past the hips. Early Cycladic 2 is divided into 5 varieties. The first variety is the capsula variety. Capsula figures shows tendency of slenderness. The shoulders and hips are much narrower as well. The figures are very small in size, rarely larger than 30 centimeters in length. These figure lacks detailed features like the nose and the ears. The second variety is the Spedos variety. It is the most common of the Cycladic figures. Spedos figures is characterized by slender, elongated female with folded arms. The figures also shows U-shaped heads and has deeply incised cleft between the legs. Ducatismata variety is the third variety, with characteristics showing broad and angular shoulders and a straight profile. The figures displays a strong sense of geometry that shows an evident head which features an almost triangular shape.
The fourth variety is Shalandriani variety. This kind of Shalandriani variety is characterized by reversed arms or even abandonment of the folded position for one or both arms. Also, the upper arms and the shoulders are also the thinnest point of the sculpture. The head is triangular in shape with a prominent nose connected to a pyramidal-shaped neck. They are often presented as pregnant. The fifth and last variety is the Haumasa variety. The uniqueness of Cycladic art is perhaps best illustrated by their clean-lined and minimalistic sculpture, which is amongst the most distinctive art produced throughout the Bronze Age Aegean. The best-known art for this period are the marble figures, usually called idols, though neither name is exactly accurate. The former term suggests a religious function, which is by no means agreed on by experts, and the later doesn't properly apply to the largest figurines, which are nearly life-size. Small statues were sculpted from local coarse-grained marble, and although different forms were produced, all shared the same characteristics of being highly stylized, with only the most general and prominent body features represented. Most of the figures were sculpted from slim rectangular pieces of marble using an abrasive such as emery, which is almost as hard as diamond. In pottery, the artists were provided with local clay that were difficult to handle with. resulting to above mediocre pottery plates and vases.
I'm the map!
Our last destination is the Mega Shrine. Here, you will learn about the Mycenaean civilization and their art with the help of my friends. Come on! Hi! Can you help us learn about Mycenaean art?
Sure!
Thank you!
Mycenaean is a term applied to the art and culture of Greece during the late Hellenic times, 1600 to 1100 BCE. Their inhabitants have come to be called Mycenaean after Mycenae, the most important among the three settlements. It is celebrated by Homer, who was the seat king of Agamemnon, and who led the Greeks in the Trojan War. But where and what could this Mycenae possibly be? Mycenae was a prehistoric city in the Peloponnese region of ancient Greece. It is used to describe the strand of Aegean art that emerged in the eastern Mediterranean area, and it is also used to describe early mainland Greek art as a whole. Heinrich Schliemann, at the age of 36, uncovers the ruins in ancient Mycenae, perhaps the city of Agamemnon. Mainland Greek art was once dominated by the Minoans, but knowing these very military and warlike Mycenaeans, they won't let that happen, and that led them to the conquest of Crete and its Minoan civilization, just right after the Minoans are affected by an earthquake. Moving on, what are the art forms in the Mycenaean civilization? First in line is the architecture. Mycenaeans are fighters, so they would choose a high rocky hill, build a fortress on top of it, and surround it by teak walls for protection. And that is what you call today as citadels. They are also notable for a large open room with 4 columns in the center with a circular heart. It is called as a throne room or megaron. Then this is a beehive tomb with a dromos or a long walkway. This is where Clytemnestra, the wife of Agamemnon, was buried. This is called as the treasury of Atreus or the Tholos. Famous then as now is almost the sole surviving example of monumental Aegean architecture and sculpture, which is the Lion's Gate.
Now let's have the sculptures. First is the sculpture of 3 deities made from exquisite little ivory, reflecting their religion during those early times. These 3 main female figures seem to represent goddess and depicts the clothing of women during the Mycenaean era. Silver Rhyton with golden horns. Discovered by Heinrich Schliemann, the bull's head itself is a hollow silver vessel with gold plating adorning the nose.
Metal and gold works during the Mycenaean civilization. We have here a Mycenaean bronze dagger blade unearthed by Heinrich Schliemann with inlaid gold and silver decoration showing a lion hunt. The Mycenaean funerary mask, an artifact made in gold found over the face of a body located in a beehive tomb, mistakenly called as the Mask of Agamemnon. This vaprio cup symbolizes the greatest triumph of the goldsmith in Mycenaean art, which is found at a beehive tomb in Vapio. The Mycenaean gold lion head Rhyton is in the shape of a lion's head from a shaft grave at Mycenae, which is also a vessel like the gold horned Rhyton. The decline of the Mycenaeans was during the 1100 BCE.
Thank you for helping me learn about Aegean art.
You're welcome. Thanks for helping us. Till our next adventure.
Bye-bye! Bye-bye, Dora!
Bye-bye.
Dito, Dora.
Ahem, ahem.
Sorry.